In this strange example, we're going to find x values on the curve f of x equals 1/3 x cubed minus 3/2 x squared plus x, where the tangent is horizontal to the curve. Find the x values where the tangent is horizontal. The tangent to the curve is horizontal. Remember what kind of slope a horizontal line has? It has a zero slope. So that's going to be a factor in this problem. All right, solution. Step one, find the slope equation for tangents. Well, the slope of the tangents, now we want it to be an equation so we can evaluate it for different values of x. Well, you know when you take the derivative with respect to x, you're going to get an equation. It's not going to be necessarily a number. It's going to be an equation unless you have a constant. All right, so we have f prime of x, in this case, is equal to, bring out the 3 times 1/3 x to the 3 minus 1 is 2, minus bring out the 2 times 3/2 times x to the 2 minus 1 plus 1. Simplify, we get x squared minus 3x plus 1. That's our derivative f prime of x. It's a function of x. So step 2, we will find the x values for which this slope, the slope of the tangent, is 0. So we need this slope to be 0. And then we find the x partners. So we're going to set f prime of x equal to 0. So we know we have a horizontal line. The slope is 0. And we are going to solve for these x's. Okay, so f prime of x, we found it up in step 1. It's x squared minus 3x plus 1. Set that equal to 0. Now we want to solve for x. The problem is we can try and try all day long, and I'm not going to be able to factor this thing. So we're going to have to use the quadratic formula. No problem. We compare the given x squared minus 3x plus 1 equals 0 to the standard quadratic equation ax squared plus bx plus c is 0 to determine what a, b, and c is, and we're going to plug those into the quadratic formula. X equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. That gives us x equals negative parenthesis negative 3 plus or minus the square root of parenthesis negative 3 to the second power. Plug in that negative 3. There. Now a is 1 and c is 1 and a is 1. Now simplify, you get 3 plus or minus the square root of 9 minus 4 over 2, which simplifies finally to x equals 3 plus or minus the square root of 5 over 2. Those are two x values, one with a plus sign, one with a minus sign. These are the x values for which the tangent to the function f is horizontal. I know that because I set the derivative equal to 0.